Hello everyone. We have built a lot in this series and our agent is live now, which is great. But up to this point, we have really been doing everything in one environment. We build there, we test there, and it's fine while we are learning. But in the real setup, that is not how you want to work because one bad change can affect the real user straight away. So the normal path is development first, then test, and only after that it should be published to the production. And the thing that makes the movement clean and repeatable is application lifecycle management, or you can just call it as ALM. Because Copilot Studio sits on the Power Platform and it uses the same ALM ideas as the rest of the platform, like solution, environment variables, and the connection references. Now to show them clearly, I'm going to build a small fresh agent for this video instead of moving the complex one which we have already built. So let's go through each topic one by one, understand what it does, and then I'll demonstrate every step in the lab so that you can follow along easily. I'm logged into Copilot Studio now, but before we start making the changes, let me explain one choice I made for this video. So I'm not going to move our real workshop assistant, which is this one, and the reason is because it's already a big agent now. It has database table, several flows, custom connector, and a lot of specialist agent. Yes, it's possible to do application lifecycle management on this one, but I'm going to build a small agent from scratch, which will have one knowledge source, one simple tool, and then flow. So I'll show you the whole process from beginning to end. And one more important thing which I want to point out is that there are different environments which we select. Right now we just created the demo environment, but different environment is created for different type of deployment. For example, development environment, test environment, UAT, production. So first we make changes in the dev test environment or the development environment, we verify it, and then we deploy it into prod. We don't make the changes in the production, we just deploy in the production. And for this reason, I want to create a new solution itself. So, and how do we create the solution? You go to the Copilot Studio, click on the solutions, and let's create a new solution. And I'm going to name it as PSC Helpdesk Mini. Let's create a new publisher also, but here we don't have to give the name, and provide the prefix as PSC and save. So let's give it as 1, this as 1, and let's save it. So we have created a new publisher and the display name. So a new solution is created, and when you check, there is nothing in this solution. Brand new solution we have created. So let's go back to our agents and let's create a new agent. And I want to name this agent as PSC Helpdesk Mini. Now we have to go to the settings because by default it goes to the preferred solution. And I want it to go to PSC Helpdesk Mini. But before this, I want to make this solution as the preferred solution. So if we go back to the solutions and let's set it as preferred solution. Reason why we are setting it up is because when we are going to create anything, any connections or anything, everything will go into the preferred solution and then we have to move it. So instead, let's use the preferred solution so that most of the things are created here. Okay, so PSC Helpdesk Mini, and let's create this agent. And the agent is setting up right now, and let's wait for it. Okay, perfect. Agent is ready now. As you can see, the agent status is ready. Let's click on edit and let's provide some description. It's a small internal helpdesk agent for demonstrating the lifecycle management. Let's save it. And in the instructions, I want to provide some instructions that you as a PSC helpdesk mini, which helps with internal IT helpdesk questions. So we are going to provide the FAQ and then other things which it has to do, log a ticket, which we are going to set up. But before we do anything, let's go to the settings of this agent and disable the ungrounded responses so that it doesn't use the journal knowledge and the web. Let's save it. Go back to our agent, and now we want to add a knowledge source. And this knowledge source is just IT help desk FAQ, how to reset password, what are the help desk hours, and all those basic questions. So a document, small document is created so that I can upload it. So now let's go to the knowledge, add knowledge. I'll upload it directly. I'm not going to attach it to anywhere. It's uploaded, add to the agent, and it will take a minute or so because the chunking, indexing, vectorization has to happen in the backend. And it's ready. Perfect. Now, before we add the tool, I want to add an environment variable. And how do we add the environment variable? Let's go to the solutions. From here, solution is already open for us. Let's go to PSC Help Desk Mini. This is our solution. And now in the solution, go to the objects. And you can see we have 16. So 16 different objects are created. So if we'll go to the new, in the new, go to the more and environment variable. So I want to name it as helpdesk email 1, and I want it to be text, and the current value should be my email address. So we are calling this as the helpdesk email address. So let's save it. So this has created the environment variable. Now let's go back to our agent, and this time go to the tools, add a tool, and instead of adding directly here, so what we want to do is add a new workflow. Now in this workflow, when an agent calls the tool, so there should be some input, and we want that input to be named as issue summary. So whenever someone logs an issue, that summary we want. Now this is fine. So this summary will come from the agent itself. And then we want an action. Now what do we want to do in action? We want to send an email. Send an email. And we want to use the Office 365. So send an email. And from here, use the dynamic content. Now if you click on 2, we want to use the help desk email 1, which we have just created. So let's use this, and this is the environment. This is coming from environment variables. Now in the subject, so I just want to hard code it. So this is the subject, and in the body, what I want is the issue summary. So what was the issue? And then finally, how an agent should respond. We'll use the text, and let's call it as a result, and it will be the ticket is logged. Let's publish it and go back to our agent. And we want to name it as log a help desk ticket, and the description should be so that when it should trigger, so that it can log a help desk ticket. So this is the description for this tool. So let's save this. Now we have the agent ready. Now let's test this so that we know that our agent is working or not. So let's first ask a question, how do I reset my password? And it should provide this information from the knowledge source itself. And perfect, it's pulling the information from the document which we have uploaded, and it should provide the response. That's perfect. And you can see the grounding source. Now I want to log a ticket. My laptop is not running and I want to log a ticket. Now in this case, it should trigger the tool, which is log a help desk ticket. But because this is the first time, we have to allow it so that it can send an email. And it will send an email and provide us the response back. That ticket logged successfully, and this is the response. Now let's check whether we received the ticket or not. And perfect, we received the ticket that a user, because it has picked up my name itself from the Microsoft authentication and the email ID, and is reporting that it's not switching on, please investigate. So now we have created a working agent. Now the next step is that we want to see the life cycle management. So now how do I export the solution? Because solution is as a complete, it's not just the agent, there are different connectors and everything which are involved. So if you go back to our solution, refresh it, so there are 17 objects, or 19, actually there are 19 objects. And if we go to the agent, because we are focused on this agent, and click on advanced, add required object, in case any of the required object is in another solution, it will be added here. So if we'll go, it's still 19, so that means everything is in here, and it requires a lot of different things. Now we want to export the solution so that we can use in the different environment. And why do we export the solution? For example, this is your development environment. You want to export it as it is and move it into the production environment. So first go to the solutions. If we go back, these are the different solutions. And if we select our solution, then we have to click on export. But we want to publish all the changes which have been done. So let's publish these changes, or all the customization that has been done, and then we'll export the solution. So it's published, perfect. Then click next. And there are missing required values, which is connection references which have been used for sending email. So add to the solution. And now every time you export it, you provide a version number. And the best part is, when we are going to import it, if the solution is already there and we just provided a new number, then it will be automatically used, and it won't just wipe out the previous one, it just updates it. So export, you can also run a solution checker, but that's all right, we'll just export it. And once the export is done, it will just download a zip file for us. So the solution is exported. Now let's download it, and I have downloaded it. Okay, now the next step is, because we are in the environment, demo environment, the solution was here. Now we want a different environment, for example production or test, because this was dev, now we want to move it to test. So let's go to the Power Platform Admin Center and go to the manage, create a new environment, and now we want to call this as the PSC test. But before this, what it is, developer, trial, production, so let's call it as developer only and name it as PSC test. Next, uh, it's just the language and the currency, and save. So now we have a new environment which is created. So let's go back to our Copilot Studio, refresh, and now let's pick the new environment. Here we are using demo, and let's choose the PSC test. Now as soon as we choose this environment, we go to the agents, there is nothing there. So there are no agents. Now if we'll go to the solutions, and we are in the PSC test environment. So these are the default, one is default solution, another one is the preferred solution, which is Power Platform solution. There is nothing. So click on import solution. Now we are in this environment, test environment. Browse, select the export, next, and this is the version. If this is already available and we have a bigger version, it will just update it. However, in this case, it will create everything. Now it's loading the different connections, and it's checking the different permissions. So Office 365, Outlook, yep, that's the correct connection. Next, and this is our help desk email, which was in the environment variable. It will create the environment variable also. Import everything. So right, currently it's importing. Let's refresh it if it's imported or not. So let's wait for a minute or so and see whether it's imported or not. Now the solution is imported. So let's refresh, and go to the manage, And perfect. You see the PSC help desk mini, and if we'll go to the objects, because this is a managed solution, you cannot edit directly here. So, and it's perfect. Everything help desk email and your agent is there. So let's go back, refresh here, and we have our agent. So let's quickly test it. So what are the help desk hours? And perfect, it's checking the correct source and it has provided it. So now we have the managed solution, so that we are not going to make the changes directly here. You make the changes in development environment, use it as a managed solution in the production environment. This way you will have all the changes verified in different environment, and in production you can use it directly. Now, as I told you, the different versioning. So if we go back to the solution, make some changes and export the solution again, then you will just provide the different version number and all those changes will be included. So when you go next, now it's automatically to the next one. So when you upload this as a managed solution, you can make it as unmanaged also. There also you can make the changes, but it doesn't make sense. So use it as managed, and there when you put it, all the new changes will be added there. Now another way is when you go to the Power Platform, go to the deployments, pipelines, there you can create the different pipelines so that you create a flow. So once how the solution should be exported from the unmanaged and created as a managed into the production environment. So you can create these different pipelines in Power Platform, or you can use the Azure DevOps or the GitHub Actions. So now to summarize this video, we have built a tiny agent with one knowledge source and one tool, and then we packaged it into a solution. And then we exported the solution as the managed. We imported all the environment variables, connections, as well as any dependency on that agent. So the key takeaway is whether your agent or the solution is large or small, you can easily export. It will take care of the environment variables, it will take care of all the connections. You just have to cross check and verify those. And this cycle from the development to the production or the managed environment is always the same. So that's all I wanted to show in this video. See you in the next video.